Hey, how are you? It's been a while since I've done a video where I came on here to talk to you, but I'm back. I've been on social media, but just not as much. I needed to figure some things out. I've been in this place trying to figure out what things mean for me. There's been so much going on. And anytime there's something, I try to figure out what am I supposed to get from this? And it started with the death of Chadwick Boseman. That really bothered me. One, because he was so young. 43 is young. He was 39 when he was diagnosed with this colon cancer. And I was 39 when I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I think I shared that with you all before. And so I look at that like, wow, we were both before screening would have even happened. And both cancers are the type that if you catch them early enough, you can survive. And unfortunately, he didn't catch his early enough. And it just had me thinking. And the only reason that I probably found mine early, well, it was a couple of reasons, but one is that I was able to get mammograms starting at 30. My sister had passed away when she was in her, I think she was 40, 41. And she passed away from cancer. They never knew where the cancer originated. They just knew that she had cancer. And by the time we found out, it was in all of her organs. And so because of that, I was able to start getting mammograms at I can't even talk right now, at a much younger age. That's what I'm trying to say, at a much younger age. And so I was able to find my cancer early. But when I think about Chadwick's life, I only got to know him when he did Jackie Robinson. So that was the movie 42. So from 42 until his passing was 7 years. And in those 7 years, he had done Jackie Robinson, James Brown, Thurgood Marshall. He was the Black Panther. Like, he has done performances that will live on way beyond his time here on earth. What a legacy. And if you know me, you know I'm all about being intentional with creating your legacy, because your legacy is every person you come in contact with. We're creating it every day. So that was one thing that had me bummed. And then, well, I think it was last week when I saw the woman who was the whistleblower, who was telling on the people, the doctors who were performing illegal hysterectomies on women who were in a detention center. This is with ICE. So they have all these people there and they are sterilizing these women. That one really bothered me. Like, how evil is this country? What kind of people think it's okay to sterilize women? Because they're brown? Because they're Black? Because you don't want that one really got me. And it got me because, one, if you know my story, then you know that I don't have children and that I can't have children. And that really, I could not believe that they would take someone's possible dream away from them just because they felt that they could. Like, what country are we living in? And it really bothered me because I was, like, these people were going into surgery under the pretense of something else, and they come out with organs missing. Like, unbelievable. That was so egregious, and I cannot believe that this is America. Well, I can believe it, but it's a shame that this is the country that we live in, and this is the stuff that they do. And then last Friday, with Justice Ginsburg, that just took me over the edge, because like, this woman was 87 years old, fighting cancer. And that was our hope. We had to put our hope on someone who's 87 and trying to will her to make it to January. And I tell you, I think I was listening to IG at the time. I was on Instagram listening to Fat Man Scoop. And I don't know if you know who he is. I didn't know who he was. I know his music, but I didn't know who he was until I saw him on a Tom Joyner cruise one year. But he was interviewing Jane Elliott. She's the lady, if you don't know who she is, you need to Google her. But she had done an experiment called, it was the Blue Eye, Brown Eyes experiments back in the 70s. I saw her the first time on Oprah. That's how I got to know who she was. But it was a very interesting conversation, and I was so into it. And then as I'm reading the comments, that's when I saw someone put RIP RPG or RBG. And I'm just like, wait a minute. So I jump off Instagram and go to Facebook because that's where I get my news, and found out she passed. And I was just like sick. And I can tell you that it wasn't an hour later before I saw Mitch McConnell talk about how they're going to replace her before the election. So that same evilness, when I'm talking about the people who are performing these hysterectomies on the women in the detention center, that's the same evilness that Mitch McConnell and this leadership has. And it's just amazing to me that people are okay with that. I don't know what kind of people these people are. And I'm tired of trying to figure it out because I recognize that I don't even care. But those things really just had me in this place where I haven't even felt like doing videos. I have been working on some things. I posted a video yesterday of something that I'm offering medical professionals who are going, as we go through this pandemic, who are actually taking care of people and just trying to provide a space for them. And I also have something coming up for a Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So be on the lookout for that. That video may come out sometime this week. But I wanted to do so. I'm just trying to figure out how I can serve people during this time, because these are some challenging times. COVID-19 was enough, okay? COVID-19 was enough for 2020, but there's been so much that's been going on. And I just figured, what can I do to help out during these times? So I do have something that I have planned, as I said, the one for the medical professionals, and then the one that I'm going to promote for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. But I know there's more for me to do. There's way more for me to do. I know I was sitting here thinking to myself, because I'm working on a book. I've been working on this book for a while. The book is not just about me. There's other people involved. So I've had to have conversations with people. And it's been taking a little longer than I thought. And I have to be okay with that. And one reason is because I need to sit with it, because I want to make sure that this book, when it comes out, that it's actually going to do what my intention for the book is. I want it to be something that can help people who are hurting, because there's a lot of people who are hurting right now. It's a very specific book, so it's not for everyone. And I'm really looking forward to sharing my story as well as the other stories that will be in it, and hopefully changing lives of people. So that will be what I'm doing once this the seasons change to cold. Because I realized, when we came into this pandemic, it was March, so we were still in winter here in Cleveland, and I was in the house doing a lot of puzzles. And then when summer came, or in spring rather, I came out and I was riding my bike, I was gardening, doing things so that I can interact with other people, because I can see people, right? But once the winter comes again, I'm back in this house. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to be working on my book for sure. And I may learn how to play Ribbon in the Sky on my piano. That is like my dream. Those notes are very, all I got to say is Stevie Wonder is brilliant. I've tried playing that for a long time, but maybe I'll master it I'll get it this winter. But I think about that because it's getting cold outside, and I'm almost at the point that I'm like, bike riding is over, because I went out Sunday morning, and it was just cold. But I went out last night and it wasn't too bad. So I think I still have a few more days. But anyway, I just wanted to come on here because I wanted to tell you what's been going on with me and why you haven't seen me, if you've been wondering. I get text messages from people, so I appreciate you all. But I just wanted to let you know that I do miss you, and I am going to try to come on here more and have conversations. I haven't done a story time in a while, so it's time for me to tell some kind of story. So look for some videos to come, but also look for the one that I put out yesterday. If you know anyone who is in the medical community, someone who this program that I have can help, please share it with them. And also be on the lookout for the one for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I'll be posting both of those again and again and again and again, because I just want to make sure that people get them and get a chance to see them. But just wanted to let you know what's been going on in my world. I will definitely be back sooner than later, and talk to you then. Have a great rest of the day. Bye-bye.